Mr. Bradshaw at AddSomeToYourIncome.com here to talk with you about how you want to make a lot of money. I want to make a lot of money. We are kindred spirits. I'd like you to come with me on a journey a little bit further down the road where I started, where I want to make a lot of money. And I set goals to make a lot of money. And I made a plan to make a lot of money. Let's dive in. So you want to make a lot of money. You want to add to your income. Well, as I searched about it, I learned about the 3 different types of income. And I started learning ways to increase all 3. Very interestingly, at the same time, I was driving with my 5-year-old. We're going down the freeway, and he asked, "Dad, are we rich?" I was really struggling with that very thing in that very moment. Driving my teacher car, and you gotta imagine it, because it was a teacher car. I should have put the picture in here. You gotta imagine it. It was me going down the freeway. It was just the 2 of us. And I had been thinking on how, okay, I'm rich. This is a problem because I want to make a lot of money, and I'm already rich. So, in response to my son, I asked a question. Why do you ask? And he said, because there are cars going faster than us. I chuckled and I said, yes, there are cars going faster than us. There are also cars going slower than us. I'm kind of the middle of the road kind of a guy. And we're just lucky to have a car going down the street. Think about your transportation compared to the majority of the people of the world. I didn't say that part to my son. I'm saying that to you. We need to see that we can move really fast, and we are very rich. Now, I'm going to show a couple of pictures, and they are very eye-opening pictures of things that I saw when I visited Third World Africa. This next one is of a classroom. There it is. That's a classroom. No roof. They don't even have 4 walls. Look how many kids there are. Look at that chalkboard. That's a classroom. All right, now think about the classroom you grew up in, and the school you went to, and the resources you had. And no, you are already rich. This next image I'm going to show you is very disturbing. This is what shows up on my YouTube as an ad for something to watch. It's like, you go here, let me see if I can move myself so you can see. Hey, you could skip this ad. This is what gets advertised to me. Apparently they think this is the stuff I'm interested. I actually did watch this entire video. Let me take his fist out of the way. It's tough to look at. You'll see it one more time though. I watched the entire video, and it was about a charity that's working to help these individuals. And he came in, and I wish I could show it to you. It's 17 minutes. You can look it up. This charity that's about getting water to these individuals. I share that because I saw someone looking just like that. It might have been the other side of the face, though. When I visited Third World Africa. Some tumor on the face, and just growing and growing. And it just looked so painful. Or at the very least, tough to eat. All right, you're going to see this picture again, so you can blink or skip forward for a few seconds. And know that I'm trying to make a point here, that you are already rich. Right? But we want to make a lot of money. Okay, well, all right, let's talk about the flying saucer. I like this little image. I read in a book about a girl who went to serve for the Red Cross, and she got put in the Philippines, and she didn't speak the language. She got put with someone right away that didn't speak English, and she went in their car and ended up way out of town and in this little shack with a tin roof, and there's not even a bathroom. And she's starting to need to go to the bathroom, so she's like, where's the bathroom? Making signs, trying to communicate. And the lady, points around out back. There's not even an outhouse. And so she's like, well, what do I do about number 2? The lady shows her shopping bags and shows her how to tie it. and how to throw it over the wall into the dump right next door. And said the only 2 words she heard in English all week, which was flying saucer. I bring this up because I just laughed when I read that in this book. Think about your transportation. Think about your education. Think about your health care. Think about how we deal with human waste. And we just need to put it all into perspective. At the same time when I was in Third World Africa, there was a girl there, and she was playing with 3 rocks. And I was really confused because she was taking 1 rock and she was hitting the other one and she was saying things. And I'm like, what is she doing? And I didn't even know it was play. I thought maybe she was working or something. Until she picked up the 3rd rock and she's hitting and she changed her voice. And I realized she was treating these rocks like dolls. And when one tapped on the other, it was saying what it was saying. You and I just need to be grateful for what we have. We have more than rocks to play with. If you're seeing this video, you are far above where that person is. You and I are rich. And this helped me when I went forward to the flying saucers again. That's the picture that the PowerPoint suggested. You and I need to work on our gratitude. I carry with me, I'll pull it out of my pocket now, a gratitude rock that when I touch it, I think of things I'm grateful for. Things that we have today that kings and queens 200 years ago would have only dreamed of having. We live like royalty. Okay, but I wanted to add to my money. I wanted to get my labor income and my passive income and my gift income to be more and more and more and more. This question needs to come to you first. And it finally came to me. Am I rich? Am I rich? Oh my goodness. I'm rich. I have a device to use that can access the entire world web of information. And I can record this video to put out there for people like you to find. You and I are rich. You gotta find it for yourself though. For me, it really hit when I was reading a book one day. And I was reading and I was realizing, oh my goodness, I am rich. And something my economic professor over finance and banking and all that said over and over finally sunk in. He said, you are the richest people in the richest country in the known history of the world. But he wouldn't say it like that. He's like, you guys got to realize that you are the richest people in the richest country in the known history of the world. He just said it enough times that it sunk in. It's so true. We are. I realized I grew up in a house with a silver platter. I didn't think of myself as rich. I was in a middle class home, but a middle class home in this country is world class. And there are billions and billions of people who are poorer than I am. And I was born rich. I just didn't realize it until I was 28. You and I are rich. So amazingly rich. You could be working a fairly simple job, making middle of the road income. You could be a teacher, like I am a teacher, and I make and live such a lifestyle that I can say, I am rich. You are rich. We are rich. And with that becomes this great responsibility. It is no longer asking the question, how do I make more money? How do I make a lot of money? Or this feeling of, I want to make a lot of money. We need to change that. And instead, what inspires me and the reason that I'm still here at this hour, at this day, when there's no one else in the school building, it's just me here. It's because I changed it and I started asking, how can I solve people's problems? Money problems. And I've started finding what are people asking the internet. And this question is one of them. I want to make a lot of money. I want to change it. I want to bring you on that journey to not ask that question, but ask, how can I solve people's problems? And then I will see you